Right, hi guys. I'm a bit lower energy, so I'm just getting these all filmed before I pick my niece up and spend a couple hours with her, and then get to be back in my wee hermit shell. And just, I've not had, believe it or not, I've actually not had any time. I've not watched. Yeah, I can't think of. I've not watched any films this week. I've been really busy, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to. Obviously, it was nice, but like it was nice with dog yesterday and that. But it's like I just and with the filming and that. But yeah, I just want to. That's what Cancer Moon is for, cuddling up, and maybe I'll attempt to take the tree down if I feel guided, because I do need to take it down at some point, don't I? But anyway, so welcome if you're new. I can't bother giving an intro, but what I've been doing for the Saturday ones is using the shamanic spread. So the card in the south is that which represents the part of you needs to let go, what needs to be shed is an old wound that you no longer need to define yourself by. So I'm shuffling, and we have the card. So we've got the serpent in reverse, so that goes there. And the second card is the west, represents a part of you. Actually, it's quite funny because I've got if this was like, basically it's got like that on it, but you can't, it's not all in the shot. The part of you that needs to die, it's an old story, it needs to be let go of, so you may find a new meaningful story for your life. And that card is the ghost dance. Oh, interesting, because that to me always feels like it is about ghosting. So I feel like if this person ghosted you, that's coming to an end. So the ghoster returns. I might call it that. I'm not going to call it that, I don't think. The card in the north represents the wisdom that you need to acquire. You have learned the lessons from the south and the west. What wisdom is ready to mature within you? What is your great medicine that you're ready to embrace? What are the deeply buried treasures that have become available to you? I love how like I've actually got that, the tablecloth that is about that. So we've got, two cards came out, so I'll take them. We've got the blade in reverse and the witness. That's about cutting away all that no longer serves you. But actually in reverse, it might mean that some people aren't doing what they need to do yet. Which is actually reminding me of what I just said about Love Island and the one before. Because basically I just don't think he can see that he's been manipulated by the one that he's with. So that could have extra meaning as well. But he will. I think he will at some point see what's going on there. 4. Like I think he's being lured in by her looks right now, because like I said, that girl is very beautiful, and she's even got a nice personality when she's choosing to show that side of her. But for me personally, if I was a guy, and actually, do you know what, as much as I keep saying how beautiful she is, when I was watching it last night, I was like, she wasn't looking the same to me. So I wonder if they're trying to, that's sometimes how my clairvoyance works. I think they might be trying to give a message to me through like another message, of this could be masculines not looking at like the people they're with in the same way. So even if someone is like said like typically beautiful or aesthetically pleasing, they're starting to look really ugly, because that's how I was looking at that girl. Like I wasn't seeing her the same. Yeah. And actually the other ones, I don't want to say more beautiful to me, but if I was a guy, I would hands down actually go for the brunette one. And it's not just because I'm brunette, like I would, because she doesn't look fake. Like, no doubt she might have some kind of, I don't know, she might have some kind of whatever going on, like, fake stuff, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like she's all natural. So that's what I would pick. But that's just me personally. Some people like that kind of fish lips shit going on. I don't know. Right. Pachamama. Pachamama in reverse is the last card, and the Gatherer is the one on the bottom. Oh, for once, the medicine wheel always lands on the top, and it didn't. Right, so I'll read so the card in the east is the one that is your possible destiny, the way that you'll share your treasures and gifts with others, right? So 46. 46. So like I said, this might be yours. It could be about you, it could be about your person, or it might not be yours at all. So just take it with a pinch of salt kind of thing, okay? I just put the messages out. Right, so The card in the south represents that which you need to let go of. It's what needs to be shed, and an old story that you no longer need to define yourself by. And it's in reverse, so when you shed the past gracefully, life will not strip it away with a great drama. Indeed, that is something you want to avoid. Oh, that might be difficult with the energy I've picked up on, especially the Leo full moon, which is coming on Wednesday. And actually, the Leo moon comes about Monday night, but the actual full moon's Wednesday. Do not use energies to oh my god, I can't believe it. It's what I just said. Before I've read the card, guys. Do not use energies to seduce others or allow yourself to be seduced, even by your own ideas. And I literally just said that's what's happening to that guy on Love Island. And again, I know that some of you can't watch it or you don't want to, but that is literally, if you choose to, you'll see what I mean. He's being seduced by this girl's looks. Wow, that's pretty nuts. Confirmation there. So, 22. And I suppose the point is, for the analogy, because none of them are twin flames, but the point is I feel that's got potential for, if that's how she acts, if that's how her dark side shows in public, imagine what her dark side would be like in private. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that could cause that guy a lot of damage. And I get the feeling he's already been in a very toxic relationship from just how sensitive he's came across. Which sensitivity is a beautiful gift, but I don't know, I can tell and again, he's not an angel, because he came across very narcissistic in the first season he was on, and I think that's why he's come on a bit more humble. And it's really cool. It's quite a nice message, actually, that's how much you can change if you choose to, because he got voted the favourite. So, and he is coming across very nice, you know. Like, well, apart from he did, God, I'm not getting into all of that, but it's because it's just like but it is relevant. He's not an angel even in this season, because she said, don't, kiss anyone but her, and then he kissed the one that she said not to. But again, like I've said before, that come across very controlling, because it's like, well, if you're confident in your relationship and you know that you signed up for Love Island, and actually you were a love bomb, what do you call it? A love bomb, or whatever the fuck they call it. A bombshell, that's it, a love bomb, that's hilarious. Then, you know what I mean? Like, why was she... It's like she's only confident if everybody's wanting her. That's what it seems like. And then the minute she's got some kind of competition, it's like she can't handle it. And it's, again, screams insecurity. And it's, you can heal that. But it's basically, the point is like, you need to heal it, because she's not going to be surprised if that girl loses him because she's being too controlling. Whereas basically what I'm saying is, if maybe she trusted the process a little bit and wasn't being so toxic, he might not stray. But I think he's actually going to, because she's being toxic. If he doesn't, I'll find it sad to watch it, because it's like, it's uncomfortable to watch them together. It really is. It's nice when they're being nice to each other, but when she's being like that, it's making me feel sick, really. Right. 22. This is the part of you that needs to die. It's an old story. It needs to be let go of. The ghost dance is in American plains. Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. When the ancestors are honoured, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. Honour the spirits of the ancestors to receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honouring your own past lives. The ancestors have a message of healing and a powerful medicine to offer you. Create a sacred moment at your altar. Light a candle to them. Let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage in your life, you're done repeating their tragic stories. Look at that. I was just about to say, I bet you they're going to continue the Love Island example, and I kind of feel they are. The tragic story would be for that guy if he got into another abusive relationship, because it does very much sound like he's been in one before, and it sounds like he's potentially about to get in another one if he, takes that outside of the program. Step into abundance, and so is she, and that's what's a shame, because she's already been crying, saying, oh, I've been hurt in the past, but it's like, I think they're going to hurt each other if they stay with each other. Step into the abundance that is offered to you. Receive the gifts of those that have come before you, and write a new story for your life. Whereas if he picks the other one, yes, he's going to hurt Grace's feelings, but in the long run, it's probably going to be good for all of them, because they're just the writings on the wall. You know what I mean? If I'm honest, I would say, I was going to say they all need healing, but they probably do. I mean, everyone needs healing on some level, but you know what I'm saying? Like, as it goes, out of that love triangle, the most secure person by a long shot seems to be the new girl, Sammy, that came in. Yeah. Whereas Luca looks like he's been manipulated by Grace, and Grace looks like she's deeply insecure. Do you know what I mean? That's what I can see there. So, and I'm sure loads of other people can see that watching as well. So you might be like, Claire, I really don't give a shit. I just find it hilarious how you bring it in. And I'm like, whatever, guys. You know what I mean? It's just what they make me do. The card in the north represents the wisdom that you need to acquire. You have learned the lessons from the south and the west. What wisdom is ready to mature within you? What is the great medicine that you're ready to embrace? What are the deeply buried treasures that have become available to you? We've got the blade, number 6 and 64. So, I forgot what I just read out already. It's the wisdom you need to acquire, the wisdom that's ready to mature within you. It's time to put down the sword and place it back in its scabbard. Do not offer your blade in service to toxic emotions. You will be faced with an even more disagreeable future with the people or situations you're attempted to banish. Put the blade to rest until your inner fire has mellowed right. Oh, wow. There's a wow. Oh, my God. This is another message. Sorry, I didn't mean to go that close to the mic. Oh, I'm on the squeaky couch. If you hear squeaking, it's the microphone really picking it up. But like I'm sitting on the ledge of it kind of thing. That's kind of nuts because again, that's the Moon-Mars conjunction in Cancer, specifically on Sunday, but the energy will be brewing for this Saturday. So so put the blade to rest until your inner fire is mellowed. Then use the blade with impeccable intention to cut the energetic cords that are trying to tying you to drama at hand. Set yourself free. Right, I'm sorry, I fucking can't. That's bringing in that Love Island situation again. But the thing is, it's bringing it in because it's true. There are so many men literally stuck and trapped and manipulated with controlling women. And there is so many women stuck and trapped and manipulated with controlling men. And there's same-sex couples. It's coming through in the collective. That's fucking crazy. But I believe it. Right. So it'll speak basically, I'm talking about Love Island, but they're talking in code because this will talk to some of you that are in that. I hope not, but it's going to be. Or it's your past, you know. It's people's past or it's their present, and I fucking hope it's not anyone's future, I pray. So this is the second card, but it's for the same thing, the wisdom. So basically, yeah, like, look, have the wisdom to not get into another toxic connection. Luca on Love Island, we'll send him that energy and prayers. But everyone that resonates. The witness observes without engaging in any action. By cultivating inner stillness, we're able to access any situation from a higher perspective and make better decisions. Right, I know what they're guiding me to. They're just showing me clairvoyantly. Because on that date that he went on the date with the new one, because I can't remember if I said that in this video already. And basically, this is how you know he wants to explore it with a new one. Because he said, what advice would you give to me in this situation? And she said, just be yourself and do what you want to do. I think because she said something like that. Now, if he was in a happy, secure connection, as he's making out, like, oh yeah, it's not her making me do this, it's me that wants to do it. But he thinks it's his own decision, but it's because he's been manipulated by her. And she's being, like, quite scary with it. Like, she is being, you know, quite brutal about it. If you watch Love Island, you'll see what I mean. Or just Google it. You actually, yeah, if you're in another country, actually, just put in the YouTube, yeah, and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, he wouldn't have even asked that new one that if he wasn't keen. So yeah, that's the thing. You already know when people want to do something about it. They already know. When we can be present for someone else, because that's the other thing, like I'm saying, like, the guy won't be innocent. Like, I think he is playing a bit daft. Like, it's like he's, like, saying to the other people in the show and that, like, oh, I wonder why the public put me together with the newer one and that. And it's like he fucking knows. Do you know what I mean? He's just probably going to try and pass the buck or something. Like the other one said, the new girl said he's got balls the size of grapes, which is a bit harsh, but do you know what I'm saying? It's like, she's basically saying, yeah, he likes me, but he's not going to do anything about it. But, and again, that is what the girl said on the thing. When we can present, and that isn't, but what I'm saying is I don't think that's funny. It's like, it's sad that a man would allow themselves to be that bullied by a toxic karmic feminine. And that is basically what I'm watching in Love Island right now, is the spirit of Jezebel, basically, which not everyone can see through, because like I said, she can put on a nice act, and she can put on her doe-eyed, beautiful blue eyes, blonde hair, but when you actually can see through that, you're like, I mean, like I say, she's not all bad, but she definitely has got something she needs to work on there, because you can't treat people like that. And that's why when she's crying, saying, this always happens, why does this always happen to me? That's why it always happens to you, hen. You need to heal, or you're going to keep being toxic and attracting toxic people. Boom, drop the mic. Same with him. Right, so when we can present for someone else's difficulties with stillness, then we're able to truly hear them and get better advice. Sometimes we can be so still that we are a mirror for the other. Then through our presence, they receive their own answers, which is exactly what I do in my own style of twin flame therapy. So very proud of anyone I've ever worked with. And my current therapy clients are doing fucking phenomenal. And I don't usually use the word phenomenal, but it's true. So people literally move through their stuff at the speed of lightning when they do therapy with me, because it's not just therapy, it's like light code activations. I'm a hypnotherapist, I'm a shaman, a Reiki master, blah, blah, blah. You get what I'm saying? Is I'm not just doing counselling therapy with them, it's a bit of everything. The witness that has been by your side all along is now ready to become your ally. You thought you were the doer. And also remember, I just said in the video before this, or it might be in this one, but I think it was in the video before this. Oh yeah, it was in the video before this, because it was when I said, I don't tell people the answer. I hold space for them to find the answer themselves, especially when it's got something to do with a twin flame. You've got to work it out for yourself. I know fine well for myself, because I know when I was in that part of my life, when I was getting confused with the twin flame label wasn't, it's not just a label, it's an alchemical process, and I can't stand when people say that, so I'm taking that bit back. It's, what I'm saying is, when I was in that predicament, I didn't know what to call it. I just knew I was confused. And the more people told me what they thought, and again, it was, I don't even like really getting into this, but I can see how it's relevant, because it's not like, in my situation, it's not like I had the option of like somebody wanting to be in a committed relationship with me, and I was like, oh, who's my twin flame, who's my karmic partner? It wasn't really like that. It was just kind of for a future thing. Like, I knew that like there was a confusion around, right, who are these people to me? Like, who's that and who's that? Like, it feels like there's a cord to both of them, but that's the best way that I can describe it. And then when it crystal clearly, when the penny dropped, I massively cut the cords to karmic energy, and actually, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't use the term cut the cords to twin flame, to my divine masculine, but I did in a sense. But you can't cut the cords of your twin flame, because you're the same energy. But I put up boundaries, you know what I mean. But like I said, he was putting up his own boundaries, so but it's kind of like, but anyway, you know what I mean. But basically, no, my boundary is like, that's what I say on here all the time, is that I don't want to hear from mine until he's ready to have a conversation about us being twin flames. Basically, that's the boundary. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's just no point, because I've been on this journey for too long, and he knows that though. So, witness creation unfolding before you, change reality by finding stillness and letting your true intent reveal itself. And the thing is, there's power in what I just said there, because that's exactly being a good example of what I talk about. Like, that's trusting the connection, and it's not trying to control it. And it's also not like pushing it away, because I'm not saying, oh, I never want to hear from him again. I'm saying I only want to hear from him when he's ready to not wear a mask, or like, joke about things, and because it's tired. It gets tiring. 21, that's my sign for him. And also 40, that's quite funny, because oh yeah, I was going to say, because that'll be later on this year, he'll be 40. So again, when they're making me home in that much on my own twin flame there, it's got to be because there's some of you that's happening. And I know that is the case, that some of the guys out there are going to be 40 at some point this year. Maybe you already have turned 40, happy birthday. Or it's coming, or the divine feminine is. So, or because right now I'm 40, do you know what I mean? So it's however that fits for you. And again, it doesn't need to even be any of this stuff. So last but not least, and that's quite good that I got that done in 20 minutes. That's right on my schedule. Like I've got a wee plan that I wanted to stick to. So that's got to have something to do with the message. There's a plan that so it could either, I think it's got to be like Love Island again. The plan was, before that girl came in and turned Luca's head, that the plan was Grace. But then the divine plan was to put in Sammy, and the plan shut the hell, don't you think? That's the notebook. And now it's reaching 21 minutes. Yeah, from the notebook. Wasn't over, still isn't over. And he says that line that I just said, the plan shut the hell, don't you think? And what he means is because they've just slept with each other. And then she's like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then she's like making out like she's going to go back to her fiance. And he's like, are you on fucking cloud cuckoo land, hen? You've just slept with me all weekend and you're about to go back to your fiance. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the moment Noana. That is hilarious. I've just made up a name. I was going to say Noah. That sounds like a mixture of Noah and Joanna, so this could be relevant here, guys. But yeah, Noah's like reality check. But then notice in that scene in the notebook, he's still like, right, fine. If you want to go and you want to be with him, I don't like it, but I'll accept it. And I'll get over it. I got over it before, I'll get over it again. But you can tell he's like, no, he's not really going to get over it. He's going to be fucking crying for the rest of his life. But you know what I'm saying? He took that risk to be like, go, I'm not going to hold you here against your will. And then that's why she stays, because he knows fine well she doesn't want to go. And in that example, Ali is always the divine masculine and Noah's the divine feminine. Beautiful. Right, and I channeled it quite passionately there, didn't I? You still believe that you have been cast out of the Garden of Eden. You are the motherless and the homeless. You're motherless and homeless. That's quite interesting with the whole Cancer moon thing. The moon Mars. You suppose you need to work very hard to survive or thrive. It's time to stop suffering, let go of that old myth and realise you were given the garden to rejoice in and to become its steward. Your melancholy is really a longing to return to the heart of Pachamama. Listen deeply to the mother who's always there for you, walk in beauty in all of life. And I channeled a beautiful Mother Mary message yesterday with those Mother Mary cards. So, and actually at the start of the one yesterday. So just to remind you, that last card I just read was, of course, it was your destiny. And I just spoke all about destiny. Just like Noah and Ali were each other's gifts. And notice that says the way you will share your gifts and treasures with others. And the way you will do that is with each other. That was a really beautiful, weird channeling. But I was going to say I'm going to leave it here, but I'm tempted. I just want to shuffle for everyone that connected with this, because it was quite specific. So I would say if you connected with this, it's either you that's in a toxic dynamic, or it's about your past and you're out of it, or it's your person, or it's about their past. And it actually more than likely is going to be both your past. But like I said, it could be someone's present, but only you'll know. But I pray for anybody that needs to get the blade and cut the cords to toxic dynamics like that, for you and the person you're with. Because like I said about Love Island, there are nice parts about that Grace, but she's not shown herself in the best light. And I think potentially that Luca might start to do that too, if he basically... I can't stand on Love Island when I see somebody wanting to do something and they don't do it to keep the peace. It's a cop-out, you know what I mean? And it's, you know what I mean? You only get one life. It's time to be brave with it. Apology. Never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. So that's going to come into this somewhere. And again, think about it. Like, that's because it's like in this thing, it's like a masculine has chose a karmic siren over the true twin flame. Imperfections. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. Well, that feels appropriate with this too. Falling fast. Love happens quickly, but don't lose yourself in the process. That's exactly what's happening in Love Island. Like I'm saying, you know what I mean? He's hoodwinked by the beauty and the nice side, and he's ignoring the red flags. True love, whereas the other one could be true love. Might not be though, guys, but I think they're using the analogy just to get a point across. So, point across. a deeper enduring connection going beyond superficial attraction. Yeah, so I get it. It's cool the way they do it. What will we use? Maybe that. Or maybe that. Whatever. Right, see you later. Happy Saturday or whenever you watch this.